And we welcome you back here for night 2 of the Sub-State Championship games here for the first girls game of the night. We have the number 2 Bennington Bulldogs taking on the number 3 Inman Teutons. As the both teams are pretty experienced, they like to play each other. They've played each other once already this season, where Inman ended up coming out on top by just 4 points. So we should have a pretty good game on our hands. Winner will get a date in Manhattan next week for a chance at the state championship. And stick around after this for the girls game, our girls game as well, taking on the Remington Broncos. And remember, they matched up for their last game of the season.
Yeah, we got a great competition planned for us tonight. This team has experience with each other, played each other earlier in the season, and Inman won by 4 points, so a close game, going to be very aggressive on both sides. Bennington looking to get their get back and go to Manhattan. You've got to play like your season's on the line, because it is.
Yeah, and you saw the heartbreaker that Bennington's boys had just last night. So their boys have filed in to support just like the girls did last night for them. It's a strong community outlet. Inman only being about 15 minutes down the road from us, so a rivalry for these two squads, but it doesn't matter. Both communities are going to show up and show out. Big-time student sections for both. As a great atmosphere for some women's hoops.
Yeah, we touched a little bit about that last night, that people were just showing up for their communities. It's just a great thing to see. Love the sportsmanship. But after last night's crazy competition, I don't think we should expect anything less from this game.
As your starters for your Bennington Bulldogs, number 11, Rory Miles, number 13, Chloe Dossett, number 22, Brooklyn Clark, number 34, Jordan Bartlett. And your starters for Inman will be number 34, Sutton Harris, number 23, Morgan Fraze, number 15, Ellie Timish, number 14, Renee Eady, and number 11, Renee Eady. And this student section for Inman is hype, and there's going to be a lot of back and forth cheers for both. As Sutton Harris the tip off against number 22, Brooklyn Clark. Rowdy Jim here tonight, Sub-State Championship on the line. Inman in the black, Bennington and the white, and Timish will walk it down the floor and find Fraze. Inman likes to run these curls around the baskets as well. Fraze is going to put up a floater that's rebounded by Harris. She goes up and that's stripped away by Bennington, but Timish will come down with it, throws it up, and will go to the line for 2.
And that's a great way to open up the ball game, a physical first possession. We know it's going to be a dogfight tonight.
And Inman missing Kenna Woods, as she did tear her ACL in the preseason, as that first one is good by Timish, but Inman looks to just pick right back up where they left off last season as well. They had a pretty strong season, as they're also having a great season here, sitting at 18-3 and number 3 in Sub-State with a 2-0 lead with 7:42 in the first. As they start out in their press, skip pass here from Bennington, laying this one down. As a jump shot here from number 22, Brooklyn Clark, that's ripped away again by Clark. Kick out 3. As he passes up on it, finds number 13. Here's Bennington, and that's a big-time shot there by Chloe Dossett. As 3-2, 7:20 left to go in the first.
Yeah, we have experience watching Bennington. We know they're a perimeter shot team. We know they like to get to their threes.
As Bennington will steal that one, lobs it up, lays it up, is number 11, Rory Miles. 5-2 lead here, and Bennington really playing some great defense. Inman really struggling against this press break. As that will be a foul on Miles, as Harris will draw the foul there. Fraze to inbound. Looks though that's stolen away by Bennington, and she will go out of bounds. But there's, again, big momentum there from Bennington. They've come out pretty hot defensively.
Yeah, and Bennington's going to start getting really riled up. They're playing amazing in this first quarter so far.
Tipped away by Bennington again. Rory Miles with some great defense there. Inside, and Clark's going to tap that one out. Bennington is really doing a great job at finding their way to the ball. They're intercepting a lot of passes and throwing Inman's whole game off.
Yeah, and that scrappy defense can hold Inman scoreless if they don't find a way to cut through that type of defense.
Harris will fly through the lane, lay that up, and that one is in and out, rebounded by Bennington. Here is a skip pass down to Dossett. Dossett back around. Bennington will score again. Taylor Watson for her first points of the game, and Bennington has come out on fire. 7-2, 6:31 in the first.
And what a way for Bennington to start their game. You know, they're getting rowdy after that. 7-2, they're up 5 early, and you know, that's going to make a name for themselves for the rest of this game, getting the favorite Inman off their ball game.
As Inman just has not looked like themselves. They cannot move the ball, and they look to just get some inside looks. They've really been trying to get the ball to Harris here, but Bennington, has done a great job at swarming the basketball every time it comes deep into the paint.
You know, the best thing that Inman can do is just don't worry about it. You know they got a whole game left to play, and 5 points really isn't that much.
As the lights will shut off in the gym, they come back on.
And watch out if you're leaning against the wall.
Oh, it's Goff again.
What are we
leaning
doing?
against the wall. There's some fans on the sides. It's an interesting sequence of events there. Some kids leaning on the wall, shutting the lights off. As Bennington taking that to get some momentum on their side. Fraze now skips pass, and they will double dribble, and Bennington again hype here tonight. 7-2, 6:32, 23.
What a game from the Bulldogs so far. They're showing that they're going to be energetic all game.
Bennington traveled a long way on back-to-back nights, and they will do a backcourt violation. As I thought she got the ball and she landed it inbound, like on the other side, but.
You know, you got to play through that adversity. You can't let a call like that get you off your ball game when you got this much momentum.
And when teams go back and forth with turnovers, really what separates teams here is who's going to break out of that turnover slump first, as Harris is going to get this ball poked out. Inman retains possession. Fraze looks, gets the pass from Sutton. She drives inside, puts it up in traffic, and will go to the line for 2.
You know, that's a good take by Harris. We're going to see her get active off the glass. Her last couple attempts just haven't fallen, but we know she finds her way through traffic.
And that one is good from Bennington.
Harris's second free throw at the line. She's 1 for 1 already. And her second attempt will be good. Great discipline from the kid.
Bennington will come down the floor, get this over the line. And Inman with a great press. Katie Nichols really flying on the court. That one's stolen away by Inman now as Timish will have it. Walks back up and will shoot here. And that one is just off. That's number 14 and 8, Eddie. And now it's tipped away by Timish. They will commit the foul.
You know, Inman's, they know that they had a rocky start of their games. So they're coming on this press. I would not be surprised they do this for a lot of the game.
Bennington moving the ball nicely through Inman's half-court press. That one's off and will be Bennington ball. Back around, moving the ball nicely is Bennington, and a long three there from Rory Miles off, and they will call that Bennington ball.
That's a great offensive rebound from Bennington, saving their possession. They play like that, they're going to have a great time scoring tonight. They're doing a great job of creating open shots.
Inman finally locking down defensively. Doing a lot of swarming the ball. Here is Bennington now looking, gives this down to Miles. Miles back around. Bennington moving the ball nicely in traffic, stolen away here by Katie Nichols. Now down to Harris. Harris skip pass over to Eddie. That was in traffic. Pinball's off. Bennington with possession. Skip pass over to Clark. Clark's layup is good, and Bennington will score 9-4, 4:49 in the first. Timeout by Bennington on a half timeout.
Yeah, what a great run that Bennington's going on. A lot of steals. We're not making the best passes on both sides of the ball right now. You got to fix that. Figure out where your man is and try to thread the needle. Get down low, get off the glass if it's working for you. A show out from both schools, both student sections, a lot of people here to support. Excitement, thrills, and suspense all combined during the next few weeks as Kansas high school sports reach a climax. Swimming, bowling, basketball, and wrestling combine to provide the best in entertainment, sportsmanship, and community involvement. Don't miss any of them. Support your team, school, and community by attending these exciting sports events. Public service message from your Kansas State High School Activities Association and your Mount Ridge Sports Network. Out of the timeout, here we go. Okay.
Inman to walk it down the floor. They're going to run, and that's stolen away by Clark. She's playing herself a nice defensive game, and she will draw the foul. Inman in trouble here.
Yeah, and the Bulldogs' defense so far has been amazing. They're getting so many steals and scoring in transition. It's been a great game for them so far.
Bennington is going to move the ball well here. Bartlett has this. Now over to Dawson inside to Clark. Back around. Here's a long three ball from Bartlett. Now it's off. Rebounded by Timish. Katie Nichols with it now on the wing. Will fire inside to Parsons. Parsons back to Nichols. She throws it up and will go to the line for two.
And the Inman's press is just killing the Bulldogs, but they're doing a great job of breaking it too. They get down low. And that'll be a jump ball. Staying with Bennington. Inman's showing that they're going to be relentless all night. They're never going to give up. And that's a great mindset to have when you're down 4. And he's got to keep playing.
Bennington will inbound this one. Wilson has this one, fires over to Miles, and that's going to be tipped out and will remain Bennington ball. Nine to 5, 3:39 left in the first. Clark will cut through the lane, lays it up, that's off, rebounded by herself, and driving down is Miles. She takes a stop and pop jumper, and that's off, in and out, rebounded by Harris. Sutton Harris, who had some pretty big games against Moundridge this season, as this is their third time playing in Moundridge Gym this year. Parsons will fly through the lane and lay it up to make it a 2-point ball game. 9-7, 3-12 in the first. As that'll be intercepted by Parsons again, as Binion threw that one straight into traffic there.
Yeah, and Inman's defense and offense are showing them starting to bring back this game. They're getting a lot of momentum now.
Fraze will cross over. That's tipped out. Rebounded back by Timish. And a timeout Inman. 9-7, 2:50 left. Inman starting to really come back here from a slow start in the first quarter.
Nine to 7. Gonna be a close ball game. Same story as last time. Inman only won by 4 points.
Timish to inbound. We'll find Parsons, who just had that nice little sequence, as that will be tipped out there by Binion. Timish, a stop and pop triple in the corner, and that one is pure. Ellie Timish with a nice 3-ball from her, and Inman takes their first lead since their first possession of the game. Bennington will skip through the lane, and that one is off by Riley Binion. Here is Fraze, power dribbles, and will double dribble.
And this game is just so back and forth right now. It's just, you really can't, there's no one's at a strong enough lead.
As this press by Inman is just getting swarmed out of, and that'll be a foul on number 14, Renee Eddy. But as I was saying, Bennington is just cracking through this press. Any sort of opening they can find, they're going to zip that ball right through it. As that first is off by Winters. Driving now is Harris. Finds Parsons, cuts through the lane, kicks it back out to Eddy. Harris will stop at the free throw line and shoot off. Rebounded by Bennington, as that press is going to come back. They really like to trap whenever they're in transition. Wide open three here from Wilson, and she buries that one on a frozen rope. Kaylee Wilson.
That's a great shot. From the perimeter, getting active.
And that's stolen away by Wilson again. One-on-one with Harris. She steps back, fades off. Rebounded by Harris. Bennington wants a foul. Parsons cuts through the lane. Skip pass outside to Timish. Timish back around, skips through the lane and puts that up to make this one a tie ball game. Ellie Timish with some nice footwork there. As Bennington will travel, Taylor Wilson will commit the violation, and in comes number 2, Gracie Caswell for Bennington.
And that's a little mistake, costing Bennington a possession that they truly needed. Game tied. Got to start going on a run now.
As this one again almost stolen by Bennington, is Inman. Not very good ball security in this first quarter. Backing her man down is Eddy to Timish. Timish in the corner will fire off of her defender's leg, and Inman will retain possession with 55 seconds left. Harris now has this handoff to Parsons. Harris now is almost stripped away, and it will be stripped away by Gracie Caswell as Dossett will take over. Now here is Bennington on there, another offensive possession off of a turnover from Bennington. Wilson for three. Just off, rebounded here by Inman, and they swarm her. Foul will be called.
Yeah, that's a good job from Bennington trying to slow down their offense and be patient, but you got to make a better look than that.
12-12 in the first, and kind of what seems like a longer first quarter here as 5:20 in this tip-off started around 5:05. That first from Parsons is good to get Bennington in the lead. Parsons' second is off on her pair of free throws. Running down the floor here is Clark when she runs into trouble and kicks it back out to Miles. Miles now with it. Has a wide open man in the corner but couldn't find her. Caswell to Wilson, who made that big time free ball earlier. 4 seconds left. Inside, waiting for it. Caswell puts it up before the horn. And that will be your first quarter score on an electric finish there. Gracie Caswell waited. She was kind of creeping in that short corner in the final 10 seconds, and they wait and they find her to take it into the second quarter, up one. And joining me up in the broadcasting booth is going to be number 11, Henry Heathcock. So, Henry, you just got a pretty electric win last night to go to your third straight state tournament appearance. How you feeling?
We're feeling pretty good right now. Tough game last night, but we persevered.
Yeah, and Berrien, really slowed you guys down a little bit in that first half. What was your halftime adjustments to come out there and take back control of the game?
Yeah, I mean, we knew what we had to do. We just had to play like us, and at the end of it, we got away with it.
As that one is good from Timish, as Inman will retake the lead. But Henry, how does it feel? You're going to your third straight state tournament appearance, and talk about the emotions in the locker room after that win.
Yeah, I felt pretty good. It definitely feels great, but, you know, there's a higher expectation than just making state. So.
Yeah. And that quest for the three-peat, you've been going all year. How does this team handle those expectations and that added pressure? I mean, you guys haven't lost a game all season.
I think so far we've handled it great, but we know it's going to be even more pressure at state, and we've got to lock in for that. One game at a time.
Yeah. And then how would you describe a coaching change with Coach Knitz, and what has he meant to your guys' team so far?
Yeah, he's been great. All the little things that he does for us to get us in the best possible situation for each game just makes us the best players we can be.
And then what makes this team so different than all the other teams in the past? I mean, this is the only time since for a while you guys have been undefeated in this situation.
Yeah, I think just our chemistry. I mean, my grade, we've been playing together since third grade, and the junior class, they've been playing together. We've all been playing together since seventh grade individually. Just great friendship and chemistry on the court.
And you guys really, your chemistry speaks volumes when you get two new kids who are already in the starting five, and it seems like Kaiser is just really fit, and it looks like you guys have played together your whole life. Talk about what it means to have him on the team as well.
Yeah, it's great to have an experienced player like Kaiser. We got along good during football his first year here. he's a great kid, so it's really easy to get along with him.
There's a big block there by Inman, but Henry, your last question here. How does the community support help you guys in your games?
Yeah, it was obviously a great impact last night with how loud it was in here, disrupting Vereen, and yeah, just hopefully we can have a great support system at Bramwich this next week.
All right, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
16-19, 6:40 in the second. As if you've been watching that game a little bit, Inman has kind of locked back in on defense coming out of that break. Here is Bennington now, 3-point differential. Winters has this, stops, pops top of key. That one rattles in and out, rebounded there by Timish.
Yeah, and Harris did a good job of reading the play. A couple possessions ago, they were pressing and she just got the ball and had an easy layup. You know, if you're Bennington right now, you've got to start breaking that press way faster and get to your possessions early.
There's a three ball there from Timish, and that one is true. Timish to put her Teutons up by 6.
And yeah, she's going to be one of their main scorers tonight.
Here is Bartlett, and that one is good from her, as that's her first points of the night, 18-22. 4-point lead for Inman. As Ellie Timish now has just really put the game in her hands here with 12 points in the first half. As here's a deep shot there from number 13, Chloe Dossett for 2. You know, she trusted her gut. They're going to leave her open there. You know, why not? Get the mid-range, 2 easy points. Here is Nichols. She puts the ball on the floor, jumps up. That one is off. Bennington in transition now. 3-on-2, finds an escape route. Here is Dossett. Dossett's 3-ball is just in and out. 20-22 here, 5 minutes left in the second. Setting up to be a great finish here. Only one win separates these two teams in the record book, and here throws up is Nichols, and that one spins in and out. Harris with the rebound. That shot is here. Sutton Harris to put her squad up by 4. 4:43 in the second, 20-4 now. That's a great cleanup by Harris. Commanded her team, giving them now a 4-point lead. Same story as last game time they matched up. Seen a great competition tonight. Good energy in the gym. Bennington came out swinging, but Inman now has started to find an answer to most of the things that they were struggling with in the first quarter. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Bennington will come up the floor, down 4 here, largest deficit for them of the night. Winters will find Wilson. He's cutting through the lane here a lot. Is this Bennington team, they fly around the floor really well here. Dossett has it, catch and shoot, short corner Jay, and that one is good. That's a good jumper, short corner. She's really trusting herself, and she's making those shots, great shots. She's done a lot of 2s outside from beyond the paint, as it's been pretty crucial to her team's success here, as she has 7 tonight. You know, letting your shooters get active is just a great thing you can do for your offense. You know, she trusts her gut, is making them, so let her have it. Harris inside to Fraze. Fraze's shot is off. Now here's Eddie, right back over And they will call the foul on number 34, Jordan Bartlett. Here is Harris. Harris inside to Fraze again. She takes a drop step shot, and that one will swirl the iron and score.
And that's good bad work putting her on the board tonight.
Dawsett catches it in the corner, spins out of it, and that's a turnover from Bennington. Here's a three ball from Timish, and that one is in and out. She's been on fire tonight, though, with 12 points. Bennington really likes to move the ball in transition, as you've seen all night. Here is Winters over to Wilson, back inside to Clark. Backs her man down, finds Winters again, who stops in transition and shoots that one off. Now Eddie to walk it down the court. Cuts through transition, poked out by Bennington, and Inman will retain possession.
You know, both teams are just being relentless. They're not giving up any easy buckets. Just a great contest.
Here is Timish in the corner. She thought about taking that three ball. She's not afraid to shoot it. Sutton in the corner, in the top of the key, now. And that one is just off. 22-26, 2:48 in the second, and that one will be a foul on Inman. Cutting through the lane here is Dawsett, and that one is good from her. She's doing a great job at shooting from the two here with 9 points tonight. Here is Fraze to walk it up the floor. As they're going to be in their dribble drive offense now. As they come around a lot of curls. Here is Fraze again. Inside to Nichols. That one's stolen away by Clark in transition now. She's going to come through the floor. Stops, pops, looks for a two. And that one is just off. And they will call the foul on her. I think really what Bennington should do more is instead of just coming to a stop, taking a jump stop even and getting close to that basket and then getting a kick out three from a trailing teammate.
You know, Bennington's doing a great job of just getting open looks. They have great ball movement, and that's a main part of their offense as we see, you know, past first team. It's giving them those easy shots that they're making.
Harris now gets the screen from Fraze, and it's a physical play there. Nichols wide open, takes a jump stop through the lane, gets her own miss, and she falls. Now here is Wilson on a fast break. She throws it up, and they will call it out. Harris now will walk it up, and they will call a foul of some sort on Nichols. And Clark for getting a little too physical down there. Parsons now up top. Inside to Harris. Harris gets swarmed. Has that kick out three opportunity to Parsons back there, but can't find her. Here's Fraze for three. That one's off. Taken back by Nichols. She throws it up, and she will score. 24-28. As this one is up and out by Wilson. Back around. Clark throws it up, and that's a bad miss from her. 1:15 in the second. Skip pass over, intercepted by Clark, will fall into Caswell's hands. That one's stolen away by Inman now. Timish with it, and another turnover there by Inman. Clark with it now, cuts through the lane, and she will get the blocking foul.
Yeah, and that's a great sequence there from both teams. Bennington getting a steal, and then Inman answers back. Then another one, just passing the ball to each other. But a great job from both players. We'll head to a timeout.
And one thing that Bennington could have done differently on that fast break was Clark had Dossett wide open in that corner. She could have kicked it out to. Did get bailed out with that foul as 24-26, two-point ball game. Joe, what do you think Inman needs to do to jump out to a bigger lead?
You know, one thing they can't do is getting tired. They've got to play through it. You've got to keep your offenses going. You know, they got a lot of momentum. They clawed back from the 5-point deficit they had in the first quarter. And they're doing a great job of swinging the ball, creating open shots. You've got to keep your momentum and just play a good ball game. That's all there is to it.
Bennington just needs to stop turning it over. They can come back and jump out to a lead. It's only a 2-point deficit, and you're about to go into the third quarter. So go into this half with some momentum. Come out of the break on fire here, and you can set yourself up to go on a nice little run here before the buzzer. Coming back out is the Bennington Bulldogs and Inman Teutons for a chance at state. 57 seconds in the second, 24-28.
You know, one thing I've noticed from Inman is they run this.
Here is Caswell, 42 seconds left, back over to Wilson. As here is Winters now, jumping through the lane, finds Caswell, back over to Dossett. Dossett's 3-ball is just off the top of the iron.
You know, okay, as I was going to say, one thing I saw from Inman is they run this flash backdoor play that gives them a lot of looks they've already gotten so far. That they'll tee up high to Harris, and they'll look for Nicholas backdoor, and it's really been working for them. If they can just execute that, it'll give them a stronger lead if they can get those layups.
And Bennington runs a similar thing as they're going to run their corner guy just around the entire floor. Harris stops, jumps, pops, and that's iron. Nice shot from her, 24-30, 19 seconds left before the half. Seven seconds left, 6 seconds, that's stolen away, but Bennington will retain possession. Here's Dossett for 3, and that's off before the horn. Taking this into half, up by 6 is Inman, 24-30.
Yeah, it's a great competition we're seeing so far. We're going to pass it over to Adolph, who had a big game last night.
And joining me now is Keppel Adolph for the Cats. So Keppel, first of all, congratulations on your 3rd straight trip to state.
Yeah, thank you. It's exciting.
And I just wanted to talk about a couple things with you about last night's game real quick. Berean really slowed you guys down last night and made you play at their pace in that first half. What was your second half adjustment like to come out a little bit on fire and get the game back in your control?
Yeah, Coach told us in the locker room that they just run their offense. They try and stall that ball as long as they can, swinging it back and forth. And he just told us we have to look for times where eventually we have to gamble and just go for a ball every once in a while. We just don't let them dictate the game.
And then speaking of Coach Knitz, what's the transition been like? This is only his 2nd year here, and you guys are already in an undefeated season going to state.
Yeah, there's definitely a difference between having Unrau and Knitz, but it's been great, especially having Kaiser and Creighton last year, but Kaiser this year. It's been a transition, but he's done a good job of helping us and, you know, coaching us through it all. So.
And then you had a nice little sequence there in the third quarter, I think. You got a steal and then a layup, then a big-time 3-ball. That really shocks some momentum into your team.
Yeah, it was exciting. You know, it's nervous sitting on the bench, but then once you go in, it kind of like the basketball instincts take over. So, like you said, they just swing it back and forth. So we got to gamble sometimes. So that's what I did. I went for the ball, and luckily I got it. I was able to finish on that layup.
And then it was so loud in here last night. There's so many community support. What does that support do for you guys as a team?
Yeah, it's just incredible, especially on the defensive side when they're yelling, and just it's hard for even us, it's hard for the other team to listen and like get their plays through, and it's just crazy the amount of support and just the support that we get from our community and our parents and families, you know, especially the student section and pep band. They play a big part too, so it's just great to have them and all of them at our games.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming up, and good luck next week for your state.
Yeah, thank you.
In the midnight glow where the stars align, we lose ourselves in the rhythm divine. Underneath the sky painted with dreams, we're chasing the echoes of silent screams. Caught in the spell of the cosmic night, where fantasies bloom in the pale moonlight. We'll let go of all that we know and dance in the stardust's gentle flow. Dancing in the stardust, we're weightless and free in a world of wonders. Just you and me, lost in the moment. Our spirits ignite as we twirl in the magic of the cosmic light. Among constellations, we'll find our way. Through the celestial symphony, we'll sway. With every step we leave our cares behind. In this celestial ballroom, love's defined.
as coming out of this break here, Inman with a 6-point lead, and one thing I'd like to see is number 15, Ellie Timish, get a little bit more active. She has 12 tonight, but man, when she's on fire, this team is so hard to stop.
Yeah, we've had a great game so far. A lot of spot-up shooters. You know, these teams are getting active from three, but Inman's getting dominant in the paint, too. They've done a lot of things off the glass, and they're getting those easy foul calls, and it's sending them to the line. And they've clawed back since the first quarter, down 5. They've done a great job of keeping their composure and just having patience on offense. You know, they're letting the game come to them, and it's starting to flow, getting in those fluent rhythms.
Exactly, and I mean, down by 6, Bennington just needs to gamble a little bit more. Jump more passes. They did a great job at isolating the ball in that first half. They really jumped passes as well, and they just continued that defensive success.
Yeah, and Bennington's defense is a major reason Inman's lead is no more than it is. They've done a great job being physical.
Inman to Bennington to inbound, as this one is Clark down to Wilson. Bartlett, who's been quiet tonight. Winters now finds Wilson wide open for a corner triple, and that one is off the side of the glass. Inman to take over.
You know, you can't let a miss like that affect your game. You just gotta keep playing like.
Harris now with it. Side steps, looks over to Timish, back to Harris. Harris for a 3 at the top of the key, and that one is true. Sutton Harris with a nice shot. The Utah volleyball commit showing out. Winters with it. Will now find Wilson. Wilson to Clark. Clark back around here to Dossett. Dossett's triple is off. Rebounded there by Bartlett. Back over to Winters. Winters now stops in the lane, puts it up and buries it.
Yeah, that's a good open take from Bennington. Being patient from the 3 because they got a better look on the inside.
Here is Eddie. Eddie over to Fraze. Fraze back to Fraze down low, and she will lay it up.
That's a good patient offense choice from England.
And they will call a travel on Bennington. 9-point lead for Inman. Largest lead of the night for either teams. Here is Eddie. We'll find Timish. Timish now looking, almost gets that ball taken out as that will fall out of bounds. The Tootsons will remain with possession.
Inman's coach getting vocal, showing his team what to do. You love the interactions.
As there is Fraze and a big time and one for her. Up by double digits is Inman. Looking good so far.
Yeah, and they've had a great job recovering from that first quarter. You know, they're down 5. They let Bennington get some open options, and they've really brought this game back, and they've done all the favoritism to win.
Fraze will bury that one on her 3-point play. Inman now up by 12. Bennington in some serious danger of letting this game slip out. Caswell for 3. In and out, rebounded by Inman. Timish to walk it down and find Harris. Harris looking, as she usually will curl around to this basket. They will really run a lot of screens too. Here is Fraze. Drop steps, puts it down, finds the other Fraze, and that one is up and in. Taylor Fraze with a big time shot, and they will call a white ball instead of the timeout. Skip pass over here to Winters. Winters takes a triple, and that one just clinks in and out, and Bennington just cannot get the lid off the hoop. Harris now fires inside, loose ball. Bennington running with a whole lot of steam for it. They ended up saving it. Clark now has an open lane. Back over to Wilson. Wilson's shot is off, and a big missed opportunity there for the Bulldogs. Fraze now has it. Drop steps, layup in transition, and she will go to the line for 2.
You know, what a ball game the Teutons are having. Just getting everything they want, transition buckets and all. And they're being really good shooters from the free throw line, too. A lot of discipline.
For a trip to Bramlage. Inman well on their way to go. There's Fraze's first is good.
And there's a lot riding on this game. You know, do you go to Manhattan or not?
Here is Winters. We'll find Clark. Clark to drive around the lane. Over to Dossett. Back to Clark. Nice ball movement here by the Bulldogs. Caswell in trouble. Steps through with Harris closely on her. As that's a charge and Timish. I don't know how you caught that, but Bennington not happy with that. Here's Parsons now to Nichols. As that one's stolen away here by Bennington. Who's rushing down here is Dossett. She falls back, finds Wilson. Wilson's 3 ball is off, rebounded by Harris, and Bennington has not scored in the second half so far. As Fraze will go up, that one is blocked by Clark. Caswell has this. Drives down and throws this one out.
You know, Bennington's got to be more patient in Bennington's got to be more patient in transition because they're giving up too many easy buckets like that and they're making so many mistakes. It's costing them a huge lead. That's going to be so hard to close in these last couple quarters.
As Harris will shoot before she travels. Caswell will bring it down. Finds Wilson back to Dossett. Bennington needs to score here. Here's a wide open 3 ball from Dossett. And she will air ball. Up top to Harris, will cutting in, finds Parsons. That's off, rebounded by Fraze. Puts it up and puts it back in. And what looked to be like a close game in the first half is quickly just fallen out of control as they will another turnover for Bennington. We only scored once in the second half. And Inman has just taken full control of that, up 18. That's stolen away here by Caswell, right over Eddie, and Caswell will get fouled. Inman won the first game they played by 4 points. Bennington trying something. They need to get a bucket here. Here's a 3 ball, and that one is off. Rebounded by Caswell, and they will fall into a jump ball. Inman ball.
You know, Bennington seems to be dragged in this third quarter. You know, they're kind of iced on offense.
Here's Fraze inside to Nichols now. Finds a cutting Fraze, and she falls down, but Inman will put it back up and go to the line here is Morgan Fraze.
And Harris will check back in after the free throw. So yeah, what a close game it was in the first. Inman just kind of ran away with it here, making a lot of good choices on both sides of the ball, and they're just doing a great job of playing a good game.
Bennington in some serious trouble here, down by 20, and it was just a 6-point game at half. In trouble here, she falls over as Eddie, and they will call a travel. As Eddie looks to be banged up a little bit. Here is Dossett. Bennington could have some momentum from that now. As here's Simmons over to Dossett. Still in trouble. Dossett will come through the lane, and they will call the foul on Nichols.
Inman's defense has just been very good these next couple of quarters. Done a great job of doubling the ball and playing a good zone.
Stolen away here, but Bennington will retain possession, and they will call the out of bounds on Bennington. That's stolen away here by Wilson, cutting through 1-on-3. Lays it up, and it's stolen away. Snatch blocked out by Inman, and they will call a foul, and Inman with all the momentum in the world.
What a take by Parsons, just commanding the floor. Checks in and becomes a dominant player. Great play from Parsons on both sides.
Good from Parsons. Inman really looks strong here, up 22 points heading into the last 2 minutes of the third. Skip pass over, that's out, and another turnover for the Bulldogs.
You know, Bennington just got very sped up on offense, and it's kind of costing them the game. They got to make smarter decisions throughout the rest of this contest.
Timish thinks about it, sidesteps, puts the three up. It's really travel. Here is a skip pass over Bennington. Nice ball movement. They just simply cannot score. It's 2 points scored in this second half so far. Here's a 3-ball from Wilson to break the scoring drought, and she will not. Frey's back around, puts it up. That one is off. Nichols has it. And she'll mess that up. And that's turned around by Harris as Bennington loose ball here, and Fraze and Wilson will collide. And Fraze is slow to get up.
You know, what an aggressive show out we've had. Both teams just being relentless. Excitement, throws, and suspense all combined during the next few weeks as Kansas high school sports reach a climax. Swimming, bowling, basketball, and wrestling combine to provide the best in entertainment, sportsmanship, and community involvement. Don't miss any of them. Support your team, school, and community by attending these exciting sports events. A public service message from your Kansas State High School Activities Association and Mound Ridge Sports Network.
Here is a 3-ball from Bennington. That one is off from Addison Gillett. And Bennington will finally score and break the drought. Brooklyn Clark with it. Down by 20 heading into the fourth quarter. As she will go for her 3-point play. Time winding down in the third, but stick around after this game as Mound Ridge versus Remington for their sub-state championship. Mound Ridge looking to get back to the state tournaments for the first time since 2021. This one is long off as Harris will go and try to get that, but it will come up short. As Clark will find a loose ball. She just had that 3-point play on Bennington's last drive. Wilson now cutting through the baseline with 2 seconds left. She will find a squat and it will take a jump ball with 0.2 left. Bennington will take back over. Putting this one up, and that one is not in time. 48-29. What a game we had. What a third quarter from Inman. Bennington only has 5 points in the second half so far. They've really just fallen out of this game so far.
Excitement, thrills, and suspense all combined during the next few weeks as Kansas high school sports reach a climax. Swimming, bowling, basketball, and wrestling combine to provide the best in entertainment, sportsmanship, and community involvement. Don't miss any of them. Support your team, school, and community by attending these exciting sports events. A public service message from your Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Mound Ridge Sports Network. Yeah, what a great game Inman has played. They really fixed it from the first. Just a lot of good opportunities they're making for themselves, and they're well on their way to get that invitation to the K-State Coliseum. Got one more quarter of action winding down until the Remington Broncos will take on the home Mound Ridge Lady Cats.
Pretty impressive drumming from the Inman band.
Yeah, love to see the student involvement showing up for their team.
Yep.
Great energy they made for themselves.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool drummer. As Eddie comes back in after her hard fall in that third quarter. Here's Harris back around that and falls out of Eddie's hands. 29-48, 7:46 in the fourth. Here's a long three here from Winters, and that one's off, stolen back by Bartlett, and she will step out. Back around, stolen away here by Wilson.
You know, if you're Bennington here, it's crunch time. You got to start making your open shots.
That one's too short there by Winters, and she gets the own steal. Timish will step back, and that will remain Inman ball. Harris to Fraze. Fraze back around, back to Harris. As they will call 3 seconds in the lane. And Taylor Fraze. That's stolen again by Inman. Bennington really just come out of the half flat. They really just can't move the ball well.
Yeah, that's a good take. Getting to the basket, drawing the foul, putting her team up potentially at 50. What a great game Inman has played so far.
That one is good from Parsons. As Winters will fly down through the lane and put that up, off. 6:30 in the fourth, 29-50. Kind of an underwhelming second half after the first half was so back and forth, but Inman really showing their experience here tonight. Timish pump fakes in the corner, now to Harris. Harris goes back into Fraze. Fraze throws it up and off. .5:59 in the fourth, 29-50. We're reaching running clock territory, and that three is good there from Winters. Timeout Inman. So 32-50 as Inman looks to go to the state tournaments. 5 minutes and 33 seconds. If they keep that pressure on, we'll take it to a break. As to inbound, here is Inman. Back around, and there's a nice bank shot there by Morgan Fraze. There's a foul from Inman. 20-point lead for the Teutons. Looking to head to state as they did in state volleyball. A pretty good girls program and about everything along with track as well. Harris will rip that one out. The ball on the floor. Here is Parsons. Parsons will lay it up and out.
And that's great bag work from Inman, the reverse layup. Tough off the glass. And Inman has just done a great job of creating their offense tendencies, getting going. It's been a roller coaster all game.
Here is Timish. She drives baseline, finds Taylor Fraze, and that one is up and good. Only in traffic is Winters. And it's kind of the moral of the story here for Bennington's second half performance. It's just tough.
Second person, second team foul. Returns to the Bennington lineup. The reigning heavy is back into the Inman lineup.
And that one is another turnover here. As Inman will inbound and find Fraze. Fraze now to Eddie. Back to Fraze. Fraze takes a contested three off, but rebounded by Parsons. And that one is good from Eddie. As it's been Timish and Eddie here. Timish with 12, Eddie with 13.
Excitement, thrills, and suspense all combined during the next few weeks as Kansas high school sports reach a climax. Swimming, bowling, basketball, and wrestling combined to provide the best in entertainment, sportsmanship, and community involvement. Don't miss any of them. Support your team, school, and community by attending these exciting sports events. Public service message from your Kansas High State School Activities Association and Mountain Ridge Sports Network. 3:42 left, 34-58. Bennington just kind of lost it.
Bennington could do a little bit better is not only relegate turnovers, but when they look to I don't know what just happened.
But they'll talk it over and they'll go to Inman's possession.
Parsons now. That's poked out by Winters. Inman ball. Harris looking off the foot of Timish. That'll be turnover Inman. 3:21 in the fourth, 34-58. In this fourth quarter, the sub-state championship. There's a shot. That's off from Winters. As here's another shot from Inman off. 2:53, 34, 58. Bennington just needs some momentum here as they just look flat. They come out, you know, they're on fire in that first half, and then they come out, and, you know, when you can really fall off like that, it can be tough, but there's a big three ball from Caswell, 37-56.
Yeah, and that's a great shot from Bennington to build them some energy going into these couple 2 minutes.
Parsons now to Harris. Harris over to Timish. That's stolen away here by Wilson. She picks it back up for a fast break. She will lay it up and score. Timeout, Bennington. 39-56. There could be a nice little upset here. 58.
Some impressive drumming.
This is
from
some crazy
the
drumming.
Inman band. This is really good.
He's going ham on that drum set. Well, whiplash. Here's Harris now, cutting through the press from Bennington by herself. Timish has this. Gets a nice body check there from Gracie Coswell. Harris down the lane, throws it up on the floor. Foul.
Bennington could have done a lot better job on defense if they came out with a press earlier than just now. Inman did it early in the first. Questions me why Bennington didn't do it.
Timish now over, still looking inside the Fraze. Back around to Fraze. As that's scored, and it sounded like there's a whistle in the gym. And some discourse here is sound like there was a whistle.
Inadvertent whistle. I think it'll be Inman's ball.
39-58 is your score, 1:45 in the fourth. As that is a missed shot there from Inman. 39-58, long three from Winters, and that one is good. 42-58, and I don't know, Joe.
No, there's
You never know.
Not enough time.
And that will be out, and then wanted to travel, but Bennington won the travel, couldn't get it. And I don't know, after the game we saw last night between Bennington and El Saline, I don't count them out quite yet.
You know, not a Mountain Ridge game, but a great one to broadcast and commentate on that one.
Bennington foul judge to Timmy Watson. That's her third, also the third team foul.
Swarming Harris is Bennington. Still looking as Parsons will cut through, finds Eddie. Eddie back to her. Inman setting up their play, gonna chew some clock here. They're just gonna look like they're just gonna try to pass this out.
You know, Inman's gonna play this stall ball game and try to run out this last minute if possible.
Phrase to Harris. Harris back over, and yep, they will just chew this clock out, and fans will clap, and there'll be a foul.
And Inman will check in their bench players after the Harris free throw.
Sutton will score that.
And they'll get the standing ovation from the fans.
Here is Inman, and that'll most likely do it. 42-60. .1. And Bennington not going down without a fight.
And a made free throw from Inman, giving them 61 on the night.
What a second half from Inman.
Yeah,
You know,
great.
31 points in the second half is just impeccable basketball.
Yeah, they had a great performance, really changing their mindset, getting active offensively. It's why they came out on top tonight.
Congrats to the Teutons. This is a missed three from Winters, rebounded by Bennington. And that one will score. Going out with a bang, 3 seconds left, cutting through the lane, and she falls down. And they will just round it out, 44-61. Congratulations to Inman on a trip to Bramlage next week. And congrats to Bennington for a great season and an unfortunate loss. As we are going to take this out, and we'll be back for the girls game.